Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining us. Our show is all about our veterans and their stories. My name is Christine Shirley, and this is our first show in a series to honor our local veterans. Today, I have with me John Scala, and he's also known as Mr. South River, and he is also known as our local troublemaker. John is our veteran that we would like to speak to today. He's a Korean War veteran, and he's a longtime resident of South River. So, John, I'd like to welcome you to the show.
And what do I say?
Just say thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that's great. We have a series of questions we'd like to just talk to you about and get in a conversation and find out a little bit more about you and your life here in South River and you as a Korean War veteran. So we very much appreciate and thank you for your service. And I'd like to start off by asking you the dates of service that you were in.
July 51 to 53.
And also, if you could tell us a little bit about your job in the Army and about what it was like in Korea.
You don't want me to really explain that. That was a waste of taxpayers' money if you want to hear it.
Well, if you could give us a little bit of history, maybe about how you went in and a little bit more about
Okay,
what you
I'll
did
do
in the
that, yeah, but
service.
I don't think you're going to like it, and I don't think the public's going to like it because I got guts. I'll say it. I was training in Fort Eustis, Virginia Transportation Corps. I served 8 weeks over there, 8 weeks over there, and they shipped my can over to Korea, and they put me in the supply room, 1821 MOS. I was passing out sheets and pillowcases. After 2 months from there, they put me with the 120 act. Never had training for none of this now, just the transportation corps. You want to hear it? I said, I don't think you want to hear it.
I think our viewers would love to
Eh?
hear your story.
And waste the taxpayers' money, even in the front lines of Korea. And they took me out of the supply room and put me with 120 millimeters ACAC outfit attached to A Battery 64 AAA to Air Force attachment. I had never training. I never knew nothing about a 120 millimeter gun. What else you want to know?
Well, I think you had told us a little story about the Panama Canal, and it was a very interesting story. So I'd like to hear a little bit more about that.
Okay, I'll be glad to tell you about that one. It's my fault. I skipped. I was like AWL because I wanted to stay with my wife a little longer, so I missed my trip to go overseas, and they put me on a standby and shipped from New York 31 days on the cruise ship going through the Puerto Rico first stop, second stop, Panama Canal where the water goes. The ship went way the hell up and came all the way down the drains, and then from there they shipped me to Hawaii, and then from Hawaii they shipped me to Japan, and then from Japan they shipped me on another ship 3 days to Korea. What else you want to know? I landed at 552nd Repo Depot in Incheon.
Now, you also told us that you had received medals. So I'd like to hear a little bit about the medals that
Say
you
that
had,
again. Would you please repeat that again?
the medals that you had received.
Yeah.
Can you hold that a second?
Yeah.
We have a photo here of showing John in his military uniform. Beautiful picture. And I'd like for him to describe the medals that he was able to finally receive. So take a look at that.
Well, anyhow, I, I I never received these medals. I never, for 61 years, I never received these medals. When I when I got discharged, I inquired about them. My wife was the first one, through politics, inquired, wrote all kind of letters to presidents, congressmen, assemblymen, and never got a reply answer. and then and then I forgot. I'm trying to think who the second one I went to. Anyhow, we got so disgusted we said the hell with it. In 2016, I was provost marshal for South River Police Parade, and the former mayor Ray Eppinger, he read off my 214 discharge papers, and my niece's mother heard the results that he read off about the ribbons that I was awarded and never received them for 61 years. And my niece's mother says to Jamie, excellent niece of mine, see what you can do for Uncle John. Well, I got news for you. Within 2, 3 weeks, Jamie had it going already. She contacted Channel 7, and Channel 7 went and investigated. Within 2 weeks, Jamie got a notice before I did that they located everything, and it's in process now of being the paperwork is all being brought up, drawn from Kansas City, I believe, and that sooner or later, Jamie and I would hear from them, and there'll be a, a time that they'll try to make it for Veterans Day of 2016 to have go to Mr. Scala's home 3 times, by the way, Channel 7, by the time they got everything, and the, the medals were uh, the medals were gladly awarded to me in my house, on my front lawn, and then on Channel 7. What else you want to know?
Well, since you left the war, um, what was South River like when you came back home in 1953?
A beautiful little town. A beautiful little town. The foot of Main Street was where the ships used to come in. And look what you got today, the bridge going through that area. The trolley, the turntable was on the corner of Jackson Street and Ratton Avenue. It was Ratton Avenue and Jackson Street where the turntable was for the trolleys. I remember that. The good old days.
Did you take the trolley yourself?
No, I didn't have no money to go on it. I was unemployed. I was signed up when I got out of the army and came to South River. I signed up for $22 a week, and guess what? I never received one because I found a job.
And what type of job did you do?
Pick and shovel
And how long did you do that?
till I raised some money to go in business.
So you were in your own business at that point.
Saved $1,400, and I started my life business. That I am successful in my life. I'm very, very. I've been very, very successful in my life. Well, my wife gave me the name. I'm nothing but a workaholic. Maybe that'll tell you about me. And now I don't have. I don't have it no more.
Okay. Sorry. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. That's all right. Okay. Okay. We all understand, you know. We all go through a lot of losses in life. Every one of us, and I can't stay here forever, but you know, I understand. I understand. Well, we want to thank John very much, and we really appreciate his story and speaking with us today a little bit about his background in South River and talking to us about his experience in Korea. And you know, one thing we want to stress, if there are any veterans there that may be interested in being part of us and talking with us, come to Channel 35 and we'd be very happy to speak with you. Excuse me.
I didn't finish telling you about South River when I first came here and got involved
Oops.
and
Sure,
got
John.
involved with the little VFW. I had the picture here. You can find the picture of the small VFW on Reed Street. It's posted on the wall there. It's a little brick building. Anyhow, I got active in the VFW in 1959, and we decided to try to build a post. And I weekends we volunteer for 2.5 years to build a VFW South River Post 1451, and I'm honored to say I'm only the living survivor that worked on them building in from 59 to 61. And the, the first wedding reception we had in that hall, the couple is still living. And anyhow, after that, I was very active. I used to attend bar every Tuesday and Friday, charity, and I got involved with politics. And I got involved with with the office of agent, with the senior citizens. Carol May was officer of agent, and me and three other Americans. They're all living in South River today. We ran picnics for 30 some years for the senior citizens, for the BFW, uh, American Legion. I worked in the Legion for breakfasts, Super Bowls. I got involved with three. I'm trying to think these three different. Oh, I served on the zoning board. They said 29 years, but it's 32. And office of agent. Let me see. Zoning board. I was on a mayor's advising. I'm still on the mayor's advising committee these years. That's the only thing I got left, and that's all volunteer, not one penny that you get paid. You do not get paid. It's volunteer, and it's an honor to serve on the board of adjustments in South River. It's an excellent board. Yeah.
So, John, we understand that from Channel 7, being on Channel 7, that you had a special visitor come to your house. So, I'd like to find out a little bit more about that special visitor.
That visitor that came to my house seen me on television in another state, uh, uh, Michigan, I think it was. Michigan, and got in touch with me, looked me up, and got all my information. And I believe I know where he got it, because all your people's personal life is on a computer. In case you don't know it, and that's where I just remember now. I bet you that's where he got my information about me on the computer, because he contacted me. I didn't recognize her, and I didn't know who he was at the beginning. But when he mentioned platoon sergeant in Korea, I remember him very good because he was an excellent sergeant. Anyhow, he congratulated me over the phone, everything, and he sure liked to see me. And I said, I sure like to see you. I haven't seen you in 60 years. I said, but he didn't tell me he was going to make arrangements to come down. So right after, right after that conversation, that was after Veterans Day of 216. He contacted me in January or February. I'm not sure that he was going to make arrangements to have reservations or plannings to come down and see me. And he came to South River, New Jersey, and spent 3 days in this house on 440 Turnpike Road in South River. And we hugged each other. We cried. Both of us cried together. We went out for dinner together. We had good times. Uh, we even drank good beer. Them days we drank 3.2 beer. And we didn't have no refrigeration or nothing them days. But when he came here, we had a good time. We mentioned old times, and we talked about different people that he knew had passed away, and I didn't know about them. The only way I knew we get the Army magazine that would tell you at once a month at different organizations that would name names of deceased. A lot of times I didn't know any of the names. He knew he kept track of a lot of names. It's just like he remembered me. He had a good memory too. Anyhow,
Did you show him all your pictures?
I don't remember. And that was only last year. No,
So he never saw any of
I
these
don't think so.
pictures.
I don't remember showing him. No, we were so happy talking about old days, good old days, everything. No, I didn't even think of pictures.
So did you have the opportunity to speak with him again?
Since then? No, but I wish I did. I I don't even think I ever got his address or nothing. I don't think so. No, I didn't. I had no opportunity to speak to him again. I don't think so.
Would you like to speak to him
I'd
again?
love to. I'd love to.
Well, then we need to find out where he's located so we can get a hold of him for John.
Michigan. Trying to think of the city. Ah, you just named it. It was Battle Creek. It was. I thought it'd be on one of these pictures, but no.
Well, that's a beautiful story, and we hope maybe we can help John to find his sergeant again. That would be beautiful. You like that, right, John?
I loved it. Yeah. Especially now. I'm all alone now, and I need a person like him. He would make me feel better.
Well, we're going to try to help you find that person if we can. We'll do everything that we possibly can to do so. And if anybody out there knows him, we'll send a shout out, right? Thank you, John. Well, that's John, and you are a very colorful person, and we really appreciate you. You know, you're a tribute to your town and to being a veteran, and we thank you
And if a
so
job
much.
came back today and they would take me, I go back in the service 123. I said it 2 years ago at the parade in South River, and I'll say it again. I'm honored to serve in the United States for this country. It's the best country in the world.
Yes. God bless America and our veterans. Thank you so much. Until next time, we look forward to seeing anyone who might be interested in contacting TV 35 and have their story told. So thank you so much, and goodbye.